Hey guys, so we are here at 4513 Bellevue Road. I'm going to do this video kind of in two parts. We're going to do one just house video, takes about 15 minutes. This is how we would normally do a house if we didn't have such a big yard. And then I'm going to do a second one just kind of touring like the property itself. So this is 4513 Bellevue Road, built in 1970, 1496 square feet is what they have it listed at, and it is listed for $234,900. 3-bed, 2-bath with a 1-car carport. You do have a couple of like storage buildings over here, and I imagine this is a well house. The phone version of our MLS doesn't include those details, so I'll have to double check that whenever I get back to my computer. A couple of things I noticed when I ran in to turn on lights. I believe majority of the windows throughout are new, which is a nice little upgrade. Paint is fresh-ish. I guess it's fresh like from when they listed it. You can still smell it. And then they have done like some updating, but not a whole lot. So right through the carport, we come into like the second living room, dining, kitchen area. So over here, this is kind of what I describe as the second living room. You do have a fireplace. It is wood burning. I did not find where gas was like connected to it, but there is like a cap here for a gas line. So I do think you could run like a gas starter or do gas logs if you wanted to. You have 2 doors that lead to the back, so one here and then like the French doors over here. This, I believe, would be kind of like a dining area, or like this could be your full-on living room and this could be your dining room over here. While we're over here, we're gonna go ahead and touch on this. So laundry room. This is the vinyl floor, like the rollout linoleum. That's the word I'm looking for. So linoleum in here in your laundry room. You do have hot water heater. I did not see a manufacture date when I looked earlier. The code looked like it might be 2022, but I'm not 100% sure. And then you have electric panels over here. I'm not an electrician, so I can't like look at these and tell you anything special about them. Washer, dryer, and then I'm not sure what this is. Oh, closet. So actually this is probably where your hot water heater used to be. And then they moved it to that corner over there. And I believe at some point this area was added on. I think this was probably like a back patio. And you probably had like little dining area here and living room over there. Really good sized kitchen. I believe these are original cabinets with updated doors. And then they did do Formica countertops. And this, I believe, is like a laminate wood plank vinyl in the main areas. You have tons of cabinets and tons of counter space. And like little upgrades that you could do to potentially add like future value. So you do have a tile backsplash now, but upgrading that and then doing granite countertops, which is typically a little like, it's one of our less expensive upgrades that adds value. That would be a good one to do. Electric range. It does come with a fridge. It does look like a little on the older side. It feels like it works good though. It does have that empty fridge smell. So this will be living room number 2. Oh, one thing I noticed, so this is going to be like the things that I point out that you're going to feel like I'm picking apart the house, but it's not that. So we have some like bubbling here. I don't know if you can see it move when I like rub my hand on it, but we have some bubbling here. And then also on this wall, can you see? Yeah, you can kind of see that one. So usually a sign of water damage. I'm assuming it was more than likely a roof leak that leaked into the wall. It does appear it has been repaired, but something to be mindful of. I saw another spot in another room that made me think of that spot. Oh, down here. We have like some of that bubbling in this piece of paneling down here too. I did request a copy of the property disclosures. They haven't got them to me yet. This is that second living area / dining room space. And then you have like a nice opening into the kitchen. Another thing with this room, I don't know if you can tell. I'm going to try to level out my phone. Hold on. So there is a slight slope in this corner. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but you can look at it and tell in person. And then we have some more bubbling along this wall too. So there is that slight slope. Could have purposefully been built that way. This was built in the 70s. Could also be like typical settling. I haven't seen any other indications of foundation problems. However, that is something to be mindful of. There we go. And then, so this is going to take us down to our bedrooms and bathrooms. So this is bathroom number 1. This is a ceramic tile floor. And then you do have bathroom storage here. This used to be a hamper, and they turned it into a little cabinet. Pretty creative. I have one of the hampers in mine. Mine was built in like 73. You do have more like a pedestal vanity versus like a full-size vanity. You have tile that leads back here to the shower. Toilet, obviously. And then tile shower here. Little gross. Needs some TLC. I don't know. This corner back here is a little suspect. Could be mildew. Could be mold. This is Louisiana. There's a good chance that it's both. But definitely something we would want to have looked at in depth by an inspector. So this is going to be bedroom number 1. We do have like a transition from a different type of vinyl to between the hallway and this bedroom. And we do have a spot over here on the floor. This is probably considered the master. There is another bedroom at the end of the hallway that has a bathroom in it that could also be considered the master. This is one solid closet. But you do have like the separate doors. Why they do that, I do not understand. I'm willing to bet at some point this was probably the wife's half and this side was the husband's. There's a ton of outlets in here, so that's nice. This is going to be bedroom number 2. And in this room, you can kind of see we have like a hump here. I don't know if you can really see it in the video. And this one has a massive closet. It is still like the bifold doors. And it needs a rack. It doesn't have a rack in it. And it is carpet. You do have a little bit of a frayed edge along here. And the carpet does have a couple of stains. Not trying to beat it up, but the more you know, knowledge is power. This is what we have considered bedroom 3. So we do have this interesting slope down here. It's under the carpet. And then we do have a little bit of a frayed edge. We were told, and then we kind of have, I don't know if you can see it in the video. There's kind of like a slopey ledge thing going on here. I was told it was like this. I saw it when I first came in and I called the agent. You can see the shape here. We were told it was like this because they had a medical bed in here, but I don't know. I don't want to call him a liar, but I think that's interesting. And then this door does lead back to the front of the house, and you do have some built-in storage in this room. But this is, they're probably labeling this as a closet so that they can consider this a bedroom. I think it's kind of a stretch. It does have a bathroom, but I don't know that that would actually be considered a closet. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, I had to yawn. And this would be bathroom number 2. It's a pretty standard stall shower, single, like pedestal vanity setup. Nice deep cabinets. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and we'll go check out the backyard part real quick. Actually, we might not need 2 videos. Let me see if we can fit everything into this one real quick. I just don't want to stick you with watching a 30-minute video. Excuse me one second. It is pollen season and it is kicking my booty. So for backyard, so this is going to be the fenced in part. It is 5.7 acres. And it, like that map I sent you, so it's probably this wide from like tree line to tree line. And then it goes back pretty far. This is going to be your septic. It seems to be either jet spray. I think it's a jet spray because I feel like it's probably about to spray. It's running. You do have a fig tree. And it's a little, like, it needs some love back here. It's a little uneven. You could probably, like, have some dirt hauled in. Another fig tree. That is that room that I labeled as the first master, and then this is the living room. I'm not 100% sure what we have going on here. Or there. That is going to be your dryer vent. And then you have HVAC over here. It's 2022. Oop. Man, I almost fell. Got a couple of little stumps in your backyard. What did I even trip on? Oh, that little stump back there. It almost took me down. You do have electric wire around here too. On the side. So this is the side with the bedrooms. We're gonna go walk back here and see what we got going on. That's what I get for wearing Birkenstocks to go show a house on 5 acres. So you can tell they've started clearing this. I'm no timber expert, but I do think there's a possibility that you have some trees back here that you could sell. You could, like, people will pay you to come cut them down. This is a pretty interesting setup you have going on here. It's like a pine tree growing off of a white oak tree. It looks like they maybe had a garden over here at some point. Oh, I see lots of deer tracks. That's fun. I think this is a dog house. And stuff like this, we can specifically ask to have it removed. And if you want, I can come back with boots and walk the property line, and we can see like what's going on back there too. Maybe get a feel of the house first. I do think with this one, if it's a possibility, I would recommend coming down during your inspection period and seeing it in person before we're like 100% set in stone. Something like this. Oh, I can't open it. Might be something that you like want to specifically ask to be removed. Oh, it is open. I'm a little terrified of red wasp. Looks like it's in pretty solid condition. The floor seems pretty sturdy. It doesn't look that old, to be honest. This looks like a makeshift dog door. Yep. Oh, chickens. It's a makeshift chicken house. Oh, which, I mean, you wanted, oh, I see the red wasp. I know you said you wanted to get into stuff like that, so could potentially be a possibility. Definitely smells like a chicken house. So yeah, I don't know. It might be the perfect house. Walk through this and see what all we have going on up here. I feel like this is a plum tree. Like these might be some kind of fruit trees. This is something. Either something that flowers or something that fruits. This to me actually looks like a pear tree. This looks like a pomegranate or a peach, actually. It might be a peach. So we got a couple of fruit trees. Yeah, so I guess we did get it all in one video without being too long. I do want to walk around to this side of the house real quick. And this leads into that third bedroom. Something's been dug out for some reason over here. I don't know. I think that wraps this one up. Excuse me. I have hiccups now. So this is 4513 Bellevue Road, 1496 square feet. Excuse me. 3-bed, 2-bath, built in 1970, 5.772 acres. So let me know what questions you have.